There we go. Right, so yeah, same lesson as yesterday, still focusing on Serena and Offred, and looking at some of these quotes which come through the mouth of Offred and through the mouth of Serena Joy. So we're up to I am a reproach to her and a necessity. What can we make of that one? I'm a reproach to her and a necessity.
He doesn't want to.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think she can fight against it.
Mm.
No. Sorry.
Sophie, yeah. Oops. And you'll be aware of that phrase, hopefully, the end justifies the means. That kind of is a bit of a mantra for Gilead, isn't it? Because, again, there's that push and pull going on here, a reproach and a necessity. So on the one hand, it's, there's a positivity about it, but also there's a negative. And it's almost like Gilead creates this deliberate clash. Yeah?
This is deliberate hatred between women.
Yeah, and it is, and again, it's that kind of deliberate subdivision of females, isn't it? Setting them against each other.
Doing it purposely.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't do that,
Yeah. Yeah. And if we think about it now, won't be that bit bigger. What does the home can represent for us, for you? Yeah. Place, hopefully, most of the time, we're all ups and downs, but a place of harmony, that sort of thing, safety, safety and security. It's a place we want to go. It's a refuge, isn't it? But in Gilead, it's not. The home still has tension. The home still has this, clash that's created here. And it is, isn't it? Gilead kind of walks into your house. It's not kept outside. It's there, and it's like that subdivision within the house. Martha's handmaids, commanders' wives. They've all got their own uniforms that they wear within the house. And overall, you've got the commander just surveying, and it's almost like I know that the Marthas are not used for and really the commander's wives aren't, but it's almost like his personal kind of harem, isn't it? He's the male, and all the women are at his disposal in that household.
it's quite like you're saying, all the uniforms and stuff. It's quite a formal atmosphere, whereas when you come home, you get relaxation and recuperation, which should just
You can just be yourself. You never can. You never can. And it kind of gives this idea, doesn't it, that Gilead and it is this idea that this is what Gilead operates on: vision, tension, fear, suspicion. When they're out walking together, handmaids go 2 by 2 because one's meant to spy on the other, that sort of thing, report in case anything goes wrong. Everybody's got the partner, apart from the commanders. But then even they do have the unofficial ones, don't they? They have the driver, then commanders meet other commanders, that sort of thing. But elsewhere, is all of this, everybody fears everybody, and everybody's kind of spying on everybody. There's this lack of trust. Yeah. Okay. And the last little quote that I picked out, and this is from Serena to Offred. I know you aren't stupid.
Well, first of all, you want to ask, but find respect water as well.
Yeah, I mean, you, on the one hand, you can see it, yeah.
It's also a bit like she knows she's got something about her which sets her apart from the rest.
Good. Yeah.
So like, I know you're not.
Hmm.
I don't know how to explain it. She knows she's not. Right, do you know what I mean?
I kind of, yeah. I mean, but isn't but we get it as well, isn't it? I mean, is that a compliment or an insult?
I think it's more of an insult.
It is. I would go with you. Why?
It's just like, I genuinely don't know how to put this into words.
It's another kind of threat, isn't it? I know you're not this common a garden maid who's just in here to get a baby. I know that there's a brain going on here. I know about you, and it's this idea? Don't think you can pull anything over on me.
But also it is respect because she knows she's clever, she's doing stuff to keep herself going as well as.
Yeah, and so
It's like,
yeah, isn't it?
But then again, you can say that from Serena Joy's point of view, it's more of like I know everything about you, I know you're not stupid, I know you're not this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
It's a bit like she's watching her as well, so she can't escape even if she notices stuff.
Yeah. Also, I want us to think about here, it's maybe another sign, that she knows that, she could be a threat here.
Yeah, you're like, you're stupid, you're correct, to maybe push me out of the picture.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to deal with you a bit differently than I would with other ones, where it might be, physical intimidation with others. Here, it's more of that psychological intimidation.
Serena knows that she isn't stupid. She's not, she's got, oh my gosh, she can push her out of the picture.
Yeah.
She's clever enough to
Yeah. Can I use that? I mean, it would take some play, but I mean, again, it's that idea, and she realises that bit of a handful here, and it's about laying down those markers, isn't it? It's about being territorial, and I've got the measure of you. Let's just be clear. Yeah. Okay. And then we look at this description of her that we're given. A light blue veil, her long powder blue robe, her blue waist thickened, her left hand on the ivory head of her cane, the large diamonds in the ring finger, which must once have been fine and was still finely kept, the fingernail at the end of the knuckly finger filed to a gentle curving point. There was like an ironic smile in that finger, like something mocking her. She had a cigarette and she put it between her lips and gripped it there while she lit it. Her lips were thin. A little of her hair was showing from under her veil. It was still blonde. Her eyebrows were plucked into thin arched lines, but below them her eyelids were tired looking. Not so her eyes, which were the flat, hostile blue of a midsummer sky in bright sunlight. Her nose must once have been what was called cute, but was now too small for her face. Her face was not fat, but it was large. Okay, what I want you to do is just, again, the usual thing, annotate anything there that you think interesting in that description. Oh, good sneeze. Anything that you see intriguing, interesting. Also remember, although we're getting this from the point of view of Offred, Offred's given a description. It's how she's looking at her, and she's given this description. But remember, it is Atwood, the author, that is putting the words into Offred's mouth that come to us. So the author clearly wants us to view Serena Joy in this way. What is being said about her? Yeah? Okay. If I give you what? To 10 past 10, just to sort of make your own points on that, your own ideas, yeah? And then we'll discuss. Yeah. And also, again, thinking from the art world, think about the colour blue and what it might symbolise.
What's an napkin in here, Karen?
Look at you, monogrammed.
It's not mine, Karen. I just grabbed some tissues. I'll just take some tissues and use them. I'll use them like taxi napkins made from 100% recycled material. Nice. Brilliant score.
Oh dear. Oh, what do I get this? You did that.
How old is this character?
What, Serena? I reckon she's just going into her 40s. I think she's let's say she's got about sort of, yeah. Because if we think of Offred being sort of mid to late 30s, somewhere between 36, 39ish, I think Serena Joy is somewhere 42, 45ish. So there's that bit of a gap between them. Oh, I've got that one. My apologies.
The ironic smile is her ring.
Well, no, that's the fingernail. That's the fingernail.
It just says finger. No, it doesn't say that you can do it.
So, Alright, cool. Right, let's yeah, if you look at it, it's the knuckly finger filed to a gently curving point. It was like an ironic smile on that finger. So it's, she's looking at that one finger, the way that the nails are carefully manicured. And it's that.
Okay.
But you know, again, it's that she's got like an ironic smile. If we start with that, what does the fingernail filed to that gentle curving point? Does it remind you of anything?
Like,
Think female character, and you know, female kind of stereotypes. Who would have that kind of curly finger with the fingernail pointed? Yeah, I also, yeah, I also get that kind of witch-like idea.
having it rounded means that there's like, you're going to transfer to himself on
Yeah, or
nails.
it sounds pretty lethal. You know, it could give you a good gouge. Okay, Sophie, what have you sort of taken out? You free to roam over that little section. What have you sort of taken out of this?
So you can see the part where it says she had a cigarette. Which was illegal in
Yeah.
So she would have to have.
Yeah.
She's well informed. She has sort of connections.
Yeah.
It also that when operators like her little flashbacks, she is oftentimes described by a cigarette as well, which in a way sort of mocks, even though she doesn't know who she is. So even when she's not trying to be demeaning or whatever to her, she still is.
Yeah, and it's that idea. And Offred herself picks this out. She thinks, oh, maybe we can do a bit of bargaining here because you know this rule, you know. And again, we know it isn't that, you know, say, oh, rules are meant to be broken, and some people just like to sort of bend the rules and being a little bit more flexible with the rules. But she's this kind of authority figure.
She can't be that thing.
Yeah, but isn't it's often the way in any sort of dictatorship you look at, isn't it? You see these people, people who are saying, right, you need to do this, and normally in some of these dictatorships, isn't it, people are kind of living in extreme poverty, while those at the very top, and it is obscene wealth that they've then got surrounding them. So it's that sort of same sort of concept, but it's that idea that even those in authority, they can't live by the rules of Gilead. It kind of shows you that it's not a good system. Okay. Okay, over to you, Clem. What did you?
The colour.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite to the handmaid's red robes. So like the red robes are very kind of warm, like in that colour theory and stuff. Red is a very warm, welcoming. It could also be like a harsh colour, but it's
Yeah.
usually perceived as like sunsets,
Yeah,
homely.
yeah,
But the blue is it's very harsh colour, it's cold, it's uninviting.
good, yeah.
And like it could be lovely, but like the way she's describing it, it's
Yeah.
a bit like
Yeah. So again, it's that, it's, yeah, it's an emotional, it's powder blue. Also, in the world of art and a painting, what does the colour blue signify?
sadness. Yeah.
Go on, Google it. What does blue represent in art? Colour blue represent in paintings? I mean, again, we're going back, we're thinking that sort of, your grandmasters, your Renaissance. The colour blue would symbolise something.
Freedom. I always thought it's like morning.
If I can just.
It's seeing the sky.
Hang on. Hello. Come in.
Can I have a green pen, please?
Can I?
A green pen, please.
A green pen. Very specific request. There you go. I'll just tell you myself rather than getting the right one. Well, normally it is used to signify loyalty, trust. Yeah. Yeah. Again, you think in religion, in the religious paintings, the Virgin Mary and whatnot, very often they would have blue robes on. So it would suggest as well that they were trustworthy, as individuals, as females, loyal, true to their husbands, that sort of thing. Whereas also you've got the Scarlet Woman, that suggests complete opposite.
Wasn't that because how long has the roast been?
There was one romping about yesterday. But this one might come in today, because we're having to do all these ventilation things, aren't we? Yeah.
Twice then, hopefully. Yeah, I hate them.
Right. What about physical features of Serena Joy here? What do we notice?
At the bottom where it says her face, her nose has been multiple cheeks, and that her face was not fat, but it was large.
Yeah.
It's like, well, she's mediocre, but she's not what we've now classed as beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's interesting here, isn't it? Now this is from Offred. She said this. What if a man were to write that?
It would be more seen as though she's unattractive.
And would it not be seen as being offensive, possibly? Judgmental, because it's focusing on the physical, but it's that sort of thing. And we get this sense here, it's very much, just as Serena Joy passes judgment on Offred, Offred does the same to Serena Joy. And we've got this sort of focus on the physical appearance. As you say, her nose must once have been what was called cute, but was now too small for her face. It's we're getting kind of, as I would say, damned by faint praise.
It's not ironic.
Oh, I think we were saying this yesterday, isn't it? She's anything but joy. She's Serena unhappy. Yeah, she's Serena down in the mouth. She's Serena. I'm really pissed off with life. Yeah, isn't she? Because she's living in a world that she's not happy in. And the worst thing is, she's the female architect of Gilead. She's, as Shakespeare would say, she's been hoisted by her own petard. She created it. And it's almost like, I didn't expect you to take things literally, as I said this. It was just an idea I was knocking around, but it hasn't, and it's really gone full tilt. And she's deeply unhappy. You can see that. Her eyelids are tired looking. But if we think about it, we've got the sharpness of the fingernail, and then we also have whoops. We also have the eyebrows plucked into thin arched lines.
It's quite.
So they're going to be.
Yeah, she's trying to give herself a very harsh appearance.
And it's here is someone with sharp edges, isn't it? From the fingernails to the eyebrows, everything about her.
But nothing soft, very rigid and.
Yeah, harsh.
Yeah. So she's trying to make herself into denial.
Yeah, and also maybe it's that way of protecting it, isn't it? Projecting that image, I am tough. I've got this exterior shell where nothing will touch me emotionally. Yeah, is it? That's a sense of being protective.
Yeah.
And you wonder, is it for sort of self-preservation? Is this what Gilead's turned her into? But again, if you go back to the 1950s sort of thing, this was the idealized kind of projected image of a female, as a housewife, with the perfect dress, perfect figure, and the eyebrows would be plucked. It was into those, that was the way to do it. I have to say, I never ever got the scouse brow thing. How could that have ever come about? I mean,
and imagine having to get to that stage in the first place. Everyone's eyebrows are kind of.
yeah.
And they literally got rid of half that.
Yeah, and then it was just to make it like a monobrow. It was just like one continuous brow. You think, what's that? What is that as a thing? I don't get it.
I think they skipped over that they could jump the stage when they had to get the eyebrows to grow back out again.
Yeah. Oh, they are there. It's almost like somebody pretending to be a werewolf.
I don't understand it. Oh, are you talking about thick?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're going thick now. Beforehand. Beforehand.
I was talking about
the ones that they just did it that way. To begin with, it was that one. But yeah, now we've got the ones that looks like we've got it looks like we've got fur on their rather than an eyebrow. And it's weird, absolutely weird. You think, here comes up with these ideas. But yeah, everything about Serena here, isn't it? Again, I mean, do you feel when you get that description there, her eyes are tired looking? Do you feel any sympathy for her? What's she tired with? What's she tired of? And what? What else do you think she might be tired with? Yeah, because she's permanently on show, isn't she? I mean, we know that, he's a high-powered commander as well. Within him, he's one that's on the up. He's the one that sort of seems to be going places, and they all know who she was from the past. You know? And it's almost like the burden of who she is, what she represents, is wearing her down. Do you get that? You get to listen, but then look at the next line. Not so her eyes, which were the flat, hostile blue of a midsummer sky in bright sunlight.
Oh, I wrote something about
Good. What did you write, Sophie? I like that. Do you know what? I actually wrote something about that.
the way that her clothes is described is very calm. It's all about presenting herself, and she's just giving that as a uniform. But underneath that herself, through her eyes, you can tell there's a sense of desire or violence or just something other than what she has right now.
Yo, good. So again, what we're getting here is yes.
Yes.
Sorry. What we can think about here is this projection of the true kind of inner, you know, inside she is what? Possibly. Yeah, possibly. You know, and I think about, you know, if she's got this flat, hostile blue in her eyes, what's burning inside her? What emotion?
Aggression.
Hey?
She's not depressed.
I don't think she's depressed.
She's angry.
How angry?
Very.
There's a firmness in there, isn't it? It's getting just stoked all the time. It's there. And every time she sees that flaming handmaid, it's just going to get... It's like the central heating at full pelt. Sorry?
That's a really good fire.
Thank you. I have many that I try and many that fail, but that one worked for once.
And you can say again that the colour of Offred, she's red.
Yeah.
But you can also say that red is sort of a symbol for whenever Serena sees it, it's just like
She's danger. You know, that triggers her angriness, isn't it? You know, but the red symbolises anger, wrath, those sorts of things too.
Also, red has fertility.
It does, yeah. Oh, that's the whole idea of being dipped in blood.
Yeah, but the blue
Mm.
basically saying like you can't have kids.
Stay around. Yeah, again, that's, I think it's exactly, it's an empty colour.
Horse.
Well, you see, we do talk about, you know, in some ways, is she as much a victim as Offred?
I mean, yes and no, because Offred didn't really, put speeches out about we should have more traditional ways, whereas she did, and now she's sort of made a bed and left like.
Yeah, I have to say, with the seasons that go on of Henry Silver, and they move a bit away from, well, not a bit, they move a bit away from also the original thing. I did think in the last season, because I think you watched the last season, haven't you? I have to say, the bits that did work really well, I thought, was the confrontation of Offred to Serena in the prison. You knew, she thought, I hope you fucking die. You thought, oh, you do mean that. And I thought that confrontation, that I needed that. And I thought, yeah, that is so powerful. And it was so done, because then you just saw Offred absolutely losing it with that, thinking, right. I mean, I'd have been really scared of that room, going, whoa, don't want to get on the wrong side of you. Yeah. But that really worked well. And here we get this sense that deep within Serena Joy is in but joy. You say, hello, it is that hostility that is burning away. Oh, you're back for the green pen. Thank you very much. Hope it was of use to you, sir. Hello, Hannah. Gosh, it's all busy. Do come in, Hannah. Do come in. Join us. Take a seat. Yeah. How can we help you?
I was going to ask, what do you know who his helper has? Yeah.
They are.
Do I want to go and get my PE kit? Not really. I'll go with you.
It's just about, the lesson is just about to finish anyway.
It's only 20 minutes.
Yeah. Just sit here for a little 5 minutes, yeah? Yeah, and listen to the sorts of things we are discussing.
So fun.
Yeah, and and my impressions of a fire, you know, that we just recently had.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is so lovely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and you know, to finish off, old Serena here, you know, we've got the arched eyebrows, and we've also got thin lips. Everything is compressed about, you know, this is about, you know, anger inside not being let out, isn't it?
Could you say that it also like shows age as well? Because like, you know, when you look at baby, you don't really look at their thin lips. That kind of like narrows back to older women.
I can see where you're going to it, but if we talk about people being tight-lipped, and of course we don't see it so much now with these things, or if somebody's being tight-lipped, you know, they're really going, and they're really drawn, they're drawn, you know, and you can tell, oh, they're keeping so much in, and she's permanently like this.
I find it funny when it says it's still blonde.
Yeah. It was there. Yeah.
Really old, but it's like she's still blonde.
Yeah.
She's still blonde. She's still, oh my god.
How could this be happening?
So shocked. I could see her hair.
Yeah, but again, this is just everything about Serena is sharp. Yeah, and again, we can think about, is this how she naturally is, or is Gilead transformed her into this? Isn't it?
Yeah, like you said, she's made it there. She said something.
But there is that
Now
too.
she's lying again.
Yeah.
She has regret.
And yeah, she's not happy with that bed that she's having to lie in. Yeah, exactly so.
Regretting the things she previously said.
Yeah. Right, let's stop me recording.
And is that all recording as well?
Yeah, I say so Oliver can sort of see the bits that we're done.